What's up, everybody? Toby's Guy here, back with number 28 on the top 31 scariest superstars of all time. You see, we have Mordecai. And I do just want to point out, if you haven't checked out any of the other videos, make sure you do. There's a link in the description for the entire playlist. That's right, we're doing one a day, every day in the month of October, because October is one of my favorite months of the year. Halloween is awesome, and it starts fall, then Christmas, and then everything. You know, it's a good time. So number 28 is Mordecai. Mordecai had a short stint in the WWE. You may remember him going up against Scotty 2 Hotty at Judgment Day. He also fought Bob Holly at the pay-per-view following that. And they were just squash matches set up so that he could have a feud against The Undertaker. Again, this is another case where I would put him higher on the list of scariest superstars of all time, but he had such a very, very short time in the WWE. Now, if you remember, before he came in, he had all these very weird promos where he was in a white robe talking about how the WWE audience was sinners, and he was condemning them to hell. And that's pretty much the idea of this gimmick. He was basically the white Undertaker. He was going to go up against The Undertaker. But for whatever reason, WWE never pulled the trigger on that. And eventually, he had a match with Rey Mysterio on SmackDown. And he ended up losing that match and was never heard from again. Now, we do know that he came back later under a different gimmick, Kevin Thorne, but we won't talk about that right now. Mordecai could have been an awesome character. This is one of those things that I really, really hate. I mean, he really probably, in longevity, wouldn't have lasted very long. But then again, a guy like Undertaker did. It just depends on how well he could make the character work. Again, like I said, he didn't have a very long run. I mean, it was a long time, but he didn't really do a lot when he was there. It was a couple months, which is a lot longer than a lot of those gimmicks work. You see some that come for a little bit and then they're gone, but this one, a couple months, and again, he was gone. It was a very weird gimmick. It was very cartoonish, and it was never actually used what it was supposed to be used for. Again, like I said, to go up against The Undertaker. That would have been the dream match, and then after that, I don't really know where they would have gone with this gimmick. I do think that the promos were intriguing enough that the character could have worked for at least a little bit. For the long run, again, this isn't one of those characters that would have been around for a while. I don't think that the person playing Mordecai was strong enough to make the character work. I think that although WWE did pull the trigger a little too soon, I don't think the gimmick would have really worked. Like I said, this isn't one of the scariest gimmicks. I put it at number 28 for a reason, because it only lasted for a little bit. But it still needs to be remembered in the history books. This is a character that sticks out in my mind, and I always remember him. It's like even some characters that last a day, you still remember them just because they were unique. They had a lot of personality, and the character was something different than we saw on television. I do want to know your guys' thoughts. What did you think of Mordecai? Did you like him? Do you think he should have stayed around longer? Did you think he should have been cut sooner? Anyway, guys, hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have another character, number 27. I can't tell you who it is, but make sure you tune in. As always, Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.